Hey there, fellow Marvel fans and psychology enthusiasts. Welcome back to the Psych HR Geek, the one-stop shop for unraveling the enigmas of our fascinating world. By request of one of our lovely viewers, Caleb Bug, today we're going to dive into the mind of the God of Mischief himself, Loki. But don't worry, we won't need an infinity stone for this therapy session. We've got Adlerian theory and a comfy couch. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you won't miss any of our enlightening content. Through your support, we can continue to bring you eye-opening and enlightening content. We're going to kick things off by talking about mythology versus Marvel. In the Marvel universe, Loki is the adopted brother of Thor, taken in after Odin slayed Loki's frost giant dad, Loive. Loive rejected Loki for being small, a runt not good enough to play college sports. So, as brutal as it sounds to have your dad murdered, Odin basically saved Loki from being on his own. But it seems that even in his adopted family, Loki felt different, lonely still. Loki feels the hole his frosty biological dad left and the lingering feeling of not being good enough. After all, he's not Thor. He's not a true Odin son. We'll get back to the whole abandonment, low self-esteem dynamic later, but for now, we're going to take a quick detour because it's not the true Loki, the Loki from the OG source material of Norse mythology. Per Norse mythology, Loki wasn't an adopted son. He was simply on the same god council as Thor and Odin. I like to imagine Loki as being the one who organized team jerseys, but instead of their real names, he used honorary nicknames like Lightning Lad, Cyclops, Hammer Time, or even Goldilocks. Jokes aside, in Norse mythology, Loki was a trickster, but doesn't have the evil arc that Marvel created. Granted, Loki's role in Norse mythology was the creator of chaos, and he would fight on whatever side allowed him to do just that. He was unpredictable and neither good nor evil. But in today's video, we're going to focus on the Marvel-esque Loki because we're Marvel nerds. I mean, geeks. We are the Psych HR Geek. Alright, so without further ado, let's get started by going back into Loki's childhood, where it all began. Odin, instead of telling his kids to share, he instead just came out and said, "Only one of you gets to rule Asgard." Geez, I wonder if that has anything to do with the sibling rivalry. I mean, come on, even the Avengers have nothing on these family dynamics. It's like Odin was playing a Game of Thrones with his sons. Cracked myself up. But Loki's ultimate goal isn't just snagging the throne, it's proving to Odin that he's not just a frost giant. I mean, haven't we all wanted to prove something to our parents? Loki just happens to take it to a whole new level. It's like the ultimate game of, "Dad, notice me, look at me, I'm over here," just with a lot more mischief and shape-shifting. Loki's grand plan to annihilate frost giants doesn't quite work out. So his self-esteem plummets faster than Tony Stark can build a suit. We've all been there, buddy, but most of us don't try to commit genocide as a solution. To layer on this already complicated history, Loki's mother Frigga dies, and Loki's partially to blame, and he knows it. Frigga's death dealt a nasty blow to Loki, and his grief only stokes the fires of his self-loathing and anger. Now, let's talk about Loki's therapy sessions. Imagine trying to get the God of Mischief to open up about his feelings. Honestly, imagine any god having to open up about their feelings and vulnerabilities. Talk about a tough nut to crack. But seriously, therapy might have been a game changer for our green-horned friend. Loki's like an onion. You've got to peel away those layers. Enter Adlerian theory. Though it sounds Asgardian, Adlerian theory is named after its earthling creator, Alfred Adler. This theory argues that our behaviors are goal-oriented, so in Loki's case, to resolve his inferiority complex, he's become obsessed with power. After all, if one is omnipotent, they're inferior to nothing, right? It's like he's trying to prove he's the king of the playground because he secretly thinks everyone sees him as the weird kid. He's got loads of issues with trust, and ultimately is the lone wolf in a world full of Asgardian parties. No, I don't need friends, I just need my helmet and a throne. In therapy, Loki would have had to confront his own demons and reevaluate his life goals. So instead of becoming king of the hill, he could become a man of the people. Now, Loki's desire for power is about as strong as the Force in a Jedi. Growing up surrounded by gods, royalty, and cosmic conflicts, Loki developed a thirst for power that would make Darth Vader proud. He believed that power equaled worth, and oh boy did he want to be worthy. His impressive list of abilities reads like a superhero's resume: superhuman strength, shape-shifting, illusion manipulation, and mind control. But beneath that horned helmet, Loki's quest for dominance concealed a dark secret. You see, despite all his powers and illusions, Loki often felt like he was carrying more emotional baggage than a Disney princess. He used his cunning mind to distract from his feelings of inadequacy, creating elaborate illusions that could rival the special effects in a Marvel movie. But deep down, he was battling his own demons. So let's take a stroll down memory lane to Loki's early days on Asgard. Raised alongside his brother Thor, Loki constantly felt like the underdog, the Robin to Thor's Batman. He resented Thor's confidence and bravery. Even his mother, Frigga, trained Loki in magic to balance their strengths. But Loki's sense of belongingness remained elusive. He just didn't feel like a true Odinson. Now, let's talk personality profiles. Loki's got more layers than an onion, and one of those layers aligns with the Dark Triad. Nope, it's not a new Marvel villain team-up, it's a psychological profile. Loki exhibits traits of narcissism, with an exaggerated sense of importance and entitlement. He craves control and domination, much like a supervillain on a power trip, but beneath that ego lies fragile self-love. And then there's the Machiavellianism, Loki's talent for manipulation and cynicism. He's not afraid to use deceit for his own gain, and he's got a knack for getting inside people's heads. After all, the guy does have mind control powers. And finally, psychopathy. Loki may not be a full-blown psychopath, but he sure can be ruthless and lacks empathy. He sees others' losses as his gains, and that's not the kind of friend you want to have. Now, let's talk about shame. If the shame nun from Game of Thrones got her hands on Loki, he'd probably get the Cersei Lannister treatment. Loki's got more shame than Peter Parker when he forgot Uncle Ben's groceries. Ugh, did we have to bring up Uncle Ben? Talk about shame. Shame is a self-conscious emotion, and Loki's shame runs deep. He believes he's unlovable as himself, and he goes to great lengths to hide his shame from others. Loki's constant contempt towards others serves as a defense mechanism to relocate his own shame. Loki's complexity doesn't stop there. He also exhibits traits of borderline personality disorder, or BPD for short. Loki's mood swings, impulsivity, and reckless behavior make him a tough companion. He struggles with regulating his emotions and maintaining stable relationships. Loki's all-or-nothing approach to relationships, where someone is either a hero or a villain, is classic BPD behavior. He's constantly searching for belongingness, even if his methods are questionable. But here's the twist. Loki's journey isn't just about power, manipulation, or shame. It's about finding self-worth in the most unexpected places. Through his trials and tribulations, Loki learns that power doesn't define worth. It's the connections we make, the bonds we build, and our actions that truly matter. In the end, as he faces Thanos, Loki embraces his vulnerability and chooses to be good. He finds worth in self-forgiveness and self-acceptance, proving that even gods can grow and change. And there you have it, folks, the journey of Loki, from mischievous trickster to a character who teaches us the power of self-acceptance and redemption. As we wrap things up, I'd like to give a huge shout out to our incredible subscribers. You truly make our world shine. Make sure to show your appreciation by hitting that like button if you found this intellectually stimulating journey enjoyable. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our channel for more captivating content. Also, we're all ears. Are you eager for more content in a similar vein? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. For those of you who crave a deeper dive into this subject, the links in the description are your gateway. And always remember, your active involvement keeps our channel vibrant, so go ahead and spread the love. Until next time, remember, it's not about the horns on your helmet, it's about the choices you make that define your worth. This is the PsychHR Geek signing off.